Hi, welcome to CastAndLoose Living Room. I'm Lynne Marie Rosenberg, and I am joined today by Amber Gray.
Hello.
Hello. Amber is an actor, singer, and devised theater collaborator. You might know Amber from Broadway's Natasha Peer in The Great Comet of 1812, or the off-Broadway hits An Octoroon and Hadestown coming to Broadway sometime soon.
Yeah.
Sometime. We'll see. You might not know her from Jesus Christ Superstar, Working, Hamlet, Midsummer Night's Dream, or Animal Farm the Musical, starring opposite me when we were in high school. But when I wrote that, I also realized I don't know that we have ever said a word to one another on stage.
We haven't.
That's sad. And we've known each other since we were 11, and we've been professionals in this industry for 14 to 15 years. And we've never had a scene together. I think it's sad.
We're going to change that.
Great. When I asked Amber what sort of discrimination or stereotypes she faces in the industry, she said, unless a role is specifically looking for mixed race or ethnically ambiguous, I'm never white enough or black enough. So, I thought we'd look today at what breakdowns have to say about ethnicity and ambiguity. Although it can feel like the industry is whitewashed, many content makers are keeping an open mind.
Hero, woman, female. Open ethnicity. Please go heavy on ethnic, please.
I mean, at least they said please.
Twice.
It's like mayonnaise. And some aren't just open-minded, but quite focused on what they want.
Currently casting ethnic mothers and their babies.
You know, moms who are from the magical country of Ethniclandia. You're an ethnic mother with a baby.
I am. And I'm cooking another ethnic baby as we speak.
Oh, you heard it here first. Some projects, on the other hand, don't want to know where you're from at all.
Anchor woman. Experienced young actress, 25 to 30-year-old, of indeterminate race.
We don't want to know where you're from. The more nondescript you can be in the industry right now, the better. You can be ambiguous with a special skill.
Fit girl who can twerk. Number 2. Hourglass figure, 20s, mixed, or ethnically ambiguous.
The only thing worse than getting cast as fit girl who can twerk number 1.
It's the one who's going to be behind her.
Or you can be ambiguously maternal.
Glamour model mom. Female, mid-30s, ethnically ambiguous, extremely beautiful, glamorous, chic, and elegant. More model than mom.
More legs than ovaries.
I wish.
You're more model than mom.
Please.
But to close us out, just remember, no matter how ambiguous you may be, you should still ultimately just be white.
Women. Exotic, ivory-skinned women in their 20s who are ethnically ambiguous, exotic, interesting, and beautiful. Mixed decent. Preferred.
The term exotic strikes me as incredibly offensive.
It's pretty common. I mean, the, fetishizing of mixed race people is, I think, quite common because there is, a straddling of both worlds, or of two worlds, There's mystery, mystique.
Yeah.
And it's all bullshit.
Something you talked about, or you mentioned wanting to talk about, was color-conscious casting versus color-blind casting.
Yeah. I don't know, the exact definitions people would always use about those two terms, but there is sort of, a movement. Even in our union, they have to say things like open to any ethnicity or whatever, and often when I see the results, that's never the case. But I think there's a quota to be met, you know what I mean? As long as you have a sprinkling of some other, people feel like they have succeeded in some way, versus actively, in a play, for example, actively trying to make that cast reflect the streets of New York City, when you live in a place like New York City, that it's completely diverse. That even a white person could be the other group when you're looking at it. You know what I mean? That is a very different event, actively trying to make it super diverse.
You've done a lot of devised work and you've done a lot of collaboratively developed work. Have you found that there's more of a place for you that isn't trying to put you in a box in that sort of work?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I will also say a lot of that work in its roots had started with my friends. And a lot of the jobs I've had in theater that have become successful and that they've gone on to have commercial iterations, all of those gigs in their root level started with me doing something with my friend. I feel very lucky in that way. Like, my career has been pretty diverse purely because I've, like, continued to work with my friends in some of those projects I've taken off.
Yeah.
I don't think that would have been the case if I had gone through a typical casting process.
Something that keeps coming up in these things that I've been shooting is that ultimately at its root, the greatest thing we can hope for from this career is love. I mean, it is the collaborative spirit and finding people you love and sticking with them.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I think these videos ultimately are about the problems in the industry, but I think the great successes have come from people just being connected with one another and using that to move through some of the diversity and inclusion issues. And like maybe you've known each other for 25 years and you met in Mr. Kelly's math class.
Mr. Osceola.
I'll fight you. I think it was Mr. Kelly. Before we close, I would like to say that when we were 11 years old, I had never spoken a single word to Amber, and then I invited her to my Christmas tree trimming party because I thought she was cool. So you're welcome, America.
You were the first friend I ever got a present for as well. We even gave you a plant on your birthday.
You gave me a plant in a vase, and I was astonished because I thought no one could think about me if I wasn't standing in front of them.
Oh.
I've been in therapy 11 years. Take care of each other and be professional.
Bye, guys.